Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for BroadwayWorld. Tony Award winner Janet McTeer is returning to Broadway alongside Dylan Baker and Jason Butler-Harner in Theresa Rebeck's new play, Bernhardt Hamlet. Performances begin on August 31st, and we drop by the American Airlines Theatre to meet the company.
It's just to hear it, it's so alive. The thing that makes it quite difficult is, in many ways, in week 2 of rehearsal, is that it's incredibly fast. You know, they're all very bright, they're all very intelligent, they're all very quick. So learning your lines to be that quick, and you have to really be on top of it. So Theresa's just so clever, and they are clever. She's written a woman who is clever. She was clever in her time. She was clever. Clearly, she was a very intelligent woman. She was a dramatic woman. She was an interesting woman. She was a funny woman. She was a witty woman. She was and a really great actress. So to sort of try and get all of those elements in somewhere.
I was a little obsessed with Alphonse Mucha. And so I was at the Mucha Museum, and I saw the series of posters that he did with her, and one of them was of her as Hamlet. And I had known that she had done that. You know, I thought, oh yeah, Sarah Bernhardt did Hamlet. And there was something about that moment where I thought, I think there's a play there. And then I thought about it for about 10 years. I didn't move on it right away. And I did a lot of reading, and I went and saw pictures of her, and because I think I was afraid of how do you enter it. It took me a long time to figure out, because I didn't want it just to be a biopic. I wanted it to be more an exploration also of what is Hamlet, what does it mean to take on Hamlet for anybody.
I played Constant Coquelin, who was a French actor, mostly a character actor. Mostly funny roles. How can I relate to that? I don't know. But he was on the periphery, but he had played Hamlet several times in the regions, and so they were good friends. Sarah Bernhardt relied on Coquelin to help her out with interpretation, with staging the play, and she is the theater manager, so she's directing it. She's got a million hats on, and she really relies on Coquelin to be there for her, and also to play Polonius and the Ghost. And her relationship with her father was already so bizarre, seeing as she didn't know who he was. And in the play, if you've got daddy issues, Hamlet's a good play to work them out. So playing the ghost to her Hamlet is really interesting.
I'm really happy to be back. I mean, there's no place I want to be any more than doing a play on Broadway. It really makes me so happy and touches my heart. So I'm so happy to be back.
What a way to return. Tell me about the play. Who do you play?
I play Edmond Rostand, who wrote Cyrano de Bergerac. He wrote a bunch of other plays that we don't tend to know, but Cyrano is his crowning jewel, And he was this amazing poet. In this play, he's in love with Sarah Bernhardt, which is easy to be in love with Janet McTeer. And he's married, and they're creating plays together and finding love and dealing with love, and some other things happen.
We're having an absolutely incredible time. To take a story about one of the world's most famous actresses, Sarah Bernhardt, who was at the peak of her career in the late 19th century, taking on one of the most challenging roles in the dramatic canon, Hamlet. And what does it mean for a woman's, to see a woman's tragedy versus a man's tragedy? And what does that mean about how we see men and women, and whether her ambitions can be realized in the same way? Feels vibrant and exciting and fresh, and really complicated in this beautiful way, but also funny to see this play struggling to come together, and these people who love each other dearly, and the romance of it, and a very lush Paris at the fin de siècle. It feels like a very beautiful story to tell.